You're listening to Well and Worthy Life, the podcast that helps midlife women feel better, look better, and live better. I'm your host, Deanna, menopause wellness coach turned to lifestyle creator, and I'm here to give you all of my tips, tools, and real talk you need to thrive in this second half of life. Hey friends, welcome back to the Well and Worthy Life podcast. Today I have on a special guest with me, my hairdresser. I guess, Nicole, is that what you're called, a hairdresser? Or what do people
Yeah.
call
Yeah, I'm fine. Hairstylist, I don't care.
hairstylist, whatever. Anyway, she does my hair and she's a very important part of my life. And I get questions about my hair all the time. So I thought, what better to bring Nicole right here on the podcast with me and to answer all the questions. So, Nicole, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
And if you hear a little squirming, it's if you're watching on YouTube, you can see I've got my little Louie right here in my lap. So we'll hopefully keep him still and quiet during the recording. But first question, this question I get on Instagram so much of the time is, what do you do to your hair, Deanna? So tell everybody what we do and tell them why we can't just give them a formula, because somebody asked for the formula that you used for my hair.
Right. So, so around Deanna's face, I do a lighter shade. I use like a 10-0 on her hair so it looks like highlights, but without having to highlight it to keep your hair healthy. So I go all around her face and then around her ponytail at the back with the lighter color. And then through the rest of her hair, I do a darker blonde base so that she has dimension. And then probably only every 4 or 5 months, we do highlights just to keep a pop, or low lights every once in a while if it's looking washed out. But we mostly just keep bright blonde all around her face so that it looks like highlights with keeping it super shiny.
And I think that's what's so important. What has changed the health of my hair is the not highlighting it to death so that it is soft and everything. I had somebody say to me, Nicole, one time that I had too much gold in my hair, but I love the golden colors. It's great with my tones. When I've tried to go with ash, which you've never done, thank goodness, but I have had hairstylists do that to me before, and oh, it looks so bad on me. When you're looking at somebody, don't you look at their coloring too to make
Absolutely. Yeah, with you, I feel like because you have a little bit more olive tone, if I took away the gold and added more ash, it would look flat. It wouldn't have as
Mhm.
much sparkle with you.
Right,
But
yeah.
the reason like everyone can't use the same formula is because it depends on the amount of gray or your natural base color. I've had a few people who were following you who came in to get their hair done by me, and they wanted the same exact thing that you have, and I had to do completely different formulas on the people, like even on the other girls, because just the way that their hair would lift or the way that it's going to take color. Some people, their color naturally is just going to lift more golden, or they'll have more ash, so I have to add gold into it to give like a buttery kind of
Mm,
color.
yeah. And let's start. I should have started from the beginning right here. How long have you been doing hair, and what got you into it, and all that?
Okay, so
The beginning.
I have been doing hair for 25 years. I'm 43, but I was rebellious, and so instead of going to a good college like my mom wanted me to, I went to hair school and paid for it myself just to frustrate her. And then I moved out to LA at 21 and I started doing celebrity makeup and hair. So I did a lot of makeup for like billboards and ad campaigns and then red carpet events. And then I was working in a salon in Beverly Hills for a few years. But I didn't like being stuck at a salon because I could travel with clients and stuff. So I did that for 10 years and then I ended up moving back to Birmingham. But
And that's
yeah.
crazy. So why in the world would you move back to Birmingham from
Okay,
LA?
so my high school best friend, we had stayed in touch our whole lives, and somehow he talked me into coming to visit, and then I decided I wanted to marry him, and I left LA.
Aw. Do you miss LA?
I don't miss the makeup and hair part of it, but I miss the food and the weather and just like the amount of things there are to do there because the weather's always perfect. So outside, everything's outside, whereas Birmingham, we get, a lot of rain or humidity or different things. I miss, just being able to use your outdoor space all the time.
Yeah, yeah, I like to be outdoors. I like the weather out there, but I don't think I could ever live out there. I mean, this is a great place to raise a family. Now you have 2 children and everything too, so it's a great place to,
And I
ra
like all the people in Birmingham.
yeah,
It's a good
yeah,
community here for
yeah,
sure.
it is a good community, and you've built a good community in your salon too, so you opened your salon how long ago did you open your salon?
So I think it's been 3 years, not very long, but I'm really lucky that all my clients are like family. So I love everyone genuinely, and it's not a job. Like, I'm so excited to get to see everyone every day. I look at my schedule and I'm like, who do I get to visit with today? And I don't know, it's peaceful. My space is just really calm and nice. And yeah, I'm thankful that I get a happy place to call my own.
Well, and I think that is so important because you are right. It is peaceful in there. There's not, you don't have 10 hairdressers working in there, and it's not a crazy, you're not trying to do 5 clients at one time and stuff like that. And you do make your clients feel very special. And I think that's really
Good.
a big part of why you are so successful. And I can tell that you feel like your clients are family. I mean, you are the first hairstylist that I've ever worked with that you can really work. I mean, my schedule is busy. I know your schedule is busy, but you will work with me on trying to get me in. And I know that it's not just me, it's everybody because I've heard you.
Right.
Like, if you have to come in on your day off, sometimes you do
Right.
that to people, which I
Yeah,
think is very
absolutely.
unusual and very nice. So let's get back to hair. Let me ask you this because I used to do this all the time, and I've still done this to you some, but not as much. But do people bring in pictures of that what they want their hairstyle? I should say now it's probably people bring in Instagram photos of people like, I want my hair to look just like
So,
that. Right?
I like photos because a lot of times what people are describing, they have an image in their head and it might not the colors they're saying or the tones they're saying might not be what I'm envisioning, so a photo is always gonna translate. Like, sometimes someone says, "I wanna go super blonde," and really it's just 3 more highlights around their face, or, it's not always as dramatic as I would assume, so I love photos. The only thing is there's a lot of AI photos now, and everything AI is gonna be more perfect than it could ever be. So it's a little bit harder to replicate some of the AI because I would like for my hair to, not have one hair out of place or whatever like those. But I like photos because then we can see the same vision.
What about when people come in to get a haircut, a specific haircut, and they're like, "I want my hair to do just like this." And like for me, if I came in to you, I've got super straight hair. We can make it curl with a curling iron, but I have super straight hair. And if I came in to you with some really curly thing, you would be like, "That's not gonna work."
So I just explain, like, what do you like about the photo? Because a lot of times people do show that perfect curled
Mhm,
photo,
mhm.
and then they're never gonna do that to their hair. So I'm like, do you understand that their style looks cute because the layers that the curls are making, if your hair's sitting, even with those layers, you won't see them. And then just kind of explain, like, I want everyone to be able to just get out of the shower, rough dry their hair, and feel pretty. I like to put a lot of effort into my hair, but I don't want my clients to waste a lot of their day styling their hair unless they just have fun doing it like me. So I just try to make it easy, but also realistic of what do you do to your hair when you're styling at home? What size brush do you use? Like, how much time do you want to spend? I try to figure out, what's happening at home.
That is so important. I mean, especially as I've gotten older, I feel like that with my hair now, it is important to have the right haircut so that, I mean, if I do want to just wash my hair, and I can do this now, wash my hair and just dry it, and I can dry it straight and it still looks fine. So, I mean, I can take the time like I did today to curl my
Right.
hair, but I can also just go straight. And, but that you have to have a good haircut for that. I don't think you can have a
Right.
bad haircut and not be able to do that, so I think that's really important. I know you do extensions, right?
Mhm.
So tell me about extensions. Are people using extensions for length, for body, for
So,
both, or
I
what?
have I do mostly K-tip, which are individual strands of extensions, and then the sewn-in weft extensions. My girls that want a ton of length or a little bit of thickness, but no maintenance will get the weft. And then I do a row of beads and then I sew the weft in, and I have different type of wefts, so different weights. I have a few people that just get like around the middle of their head, one weft, and you can't tell that anyone has extensions in. But the newer thing I have a lot of clients doing is like a mini K-tip install. So where like the front of your hair gets a little finer, especially since a lot of people are having hair loss, I'll kind of go in through like right here and put two little mini rows, and then it fills all that up. So you have like the dream hair, but it's not very expensive, and it's it stays in 3 months. There's not a lot of maintenance to it, and then you just feel confident. So I've kind of
Right.
offered that little mini extension service
Mhm.
so people feel good, but it's not a huge commitment. And then I have in clip-ins right now, and I'll like even have people if they want me to show them how to use their clip-ins and cut layers around their face. I just want everyone's life to be easy and have them feel beautiful. So,
I love that.
but
On clip-ins, I mean, you just clip them in and clip them out, I'm assuming.
yeah, I have 3 wefts of clip-in right now, and I have, like, Bellamy extensions in different brands, but even if people want a recommendation for a more affordable brand, I can help them out. But, yeah, I can teach people how to hide them where you can't see that they're in there, because sometimes people put them in, and you can see it sitting on the top, or your hair's gonna separate, and I want if the wind blows, nobody
Yeah.
knows your secrets.
Right, right. I like that. Well, are they is it real hair?
Yeah, it's human hair.
It is hu
And then there's different colors depending on, what your hair color is like. But even with like the K-tip extensions, I have clients that don't color their hair or, just get brown and they don't want to put highlights. And I'll put highlighted K-tips in so that it looks like they have highlights, but they're keeping their hair healthy. So you could just add in some highlights with a few extensions and you barely notice, it doesn't damage your hair at all.
So that's what I was gonna ask you next about damaging your hair. Does extensions damage your hair? Like
So
when
they can if you're not taking care of them right, but I watch my clients' hair. So, like with the K-tips, the bond surrounds your hair. So I melt it and then I form it around your hair. So your hair is encapsulated. And then when I take them out, I crush the bond and I slide it out. If when I'm checking on your hair, coloring, or in between appointments, and I see any breakage, I've had a few people that I told them they were grounded from extensions and they had to take them out because they were hurting their hair. And I want everyone to have healthy hair. But
right,
I've had a lot of clients that got K-tips for maybe a year until they stopped putting so much heat on the front of their hair. The extensions kind of took the damage, and then we thickened their hair back up and they took their extensions out. So I like when people either only want them for length or, don't need them anymore. It's kind of like it'll help you out. But I don't let anyone's hair be damaged at all. If they're not treating them right, they get in trouble from me.
I love that. I think that's really important because I noticed somebody the other day, a friend of mine, she's on Instagram and she took her extensions out. She's been wearing them for a while. And oh my gosh, when I saw the bottom
Oh,
of
no,
her hair,
thin.
it's like, oh my heavens, now what's she gonna do? So it looked I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what do you think about all these different like Nutrafol and all these different vitamins that you can take for thinning hair?
So I had really bad hair loss when I was trying to lose weight, and I think I was cutting my calories too much, and I wasn't doing enough healthy fat. So I tried Nutrafol, and I felt like it helped, but I don't know if it was placebo or, I was also trying to do all the shampoos. I was doing everything all at once. I think it's a good vitamin, but I don't know if it helps with hair growth. I know clients that are taking minoxidil. That's the
Mhm.
most effective thing I've seen for hair loss. I notice a huge difference. And again, on that, I have hair extension clients who don't need them anymore because the minoxidil has grown their hair so much it's almost getting too thick, but that's, not a
Wow.
terrible problem. Um, and the topical is okay. And I have some hair growth serums that I've used that I think are working, but then you quit using it because you're proud that you saw results or, yeah, I don't know. I've talked to a lot of dermatologists too, and they say, whatever you're telling your clients, we're telling them the same thing. We really don't know the exact cause of hair loss in people because it could be diet or, what supplements you're taking or environmental stress or health issues or side effects from prescriptions. And nobody's lining all that up on one sheet to compare. You're just sort of telling them my hair's falling out.
Right.
So. There
Yeah.
could be a lot of factors, but for me, I try to drink olive oil every single day, and that has helped more than anything I've ever done. Just a couple tablespoons of a good olive oil every day, and all my clients I've told about that. It helps your skin and it helps with like a good fat for your body, and that makes your hair stronger. So that's the only thing I'm 100% sure of.
Ah, well, that's good to know. I mean, now you got us all
It's
drinking
a
all.
it's like a weird thing, but I even was talking to one of my clients who said, "You know what? In law school, I was eating really fatty, like, chips and just bad food, in a hurry, starving while I was up late studying, and my hair was the thickest it had ever been." There's something to, like, having enough fat in your diet and how healthy your hair is. You
Yeah.
know, whether it's good or bad fat, our hair just needs fat,
Yeah.
surprisingly, so
I know, and we've demonized fat for so many years, right? So, especially but, I think what you said, I think a lot of people that took the GLP-1 or have taken the GLP-1 that lost weight really quick ended up with some hair loss too because
yeah.
just like
Yeah,
you
and
said,
you're
they weren't
cutting
eating
back
enough.
all those fats.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and nutrition is really important. I get asked about collagen all the time, "What collagen do you take?" And whereas different times I have tried different collagen, I've never been consistent with collagen because there's not any real studies on if
Right.
collagen is really, you know, working or not. Some people
Right.
swear
Yeah,
by it.
I take collagen, but it's just
Yeah.
because at this point, my coffee is used to it, and
Yeah.
there's a texture, and it's part of my routine, but I don't think anything's miraculously better in my life.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. It is funny though. I think that I have a friend, same thing. She loves it in her coffee, and so that's the way she drinks her coffee. And but I have never, like I've tried it at different times. I've never been consistent, so I don't really have a collagen. So, what collagen do you use?
I think it's that Vital Proteins. I get it at Costco now, the blue
Okay.
container that
Yeah.
everybody uses,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
I mean, I stopped using it, I quit drinking coffee for a while and switched to tea, and nothing was like my skin wasn't drier, nothing started falling apart, but
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what would you say is probably one of your number one tips, over all these years of seeing different people and
so, I think a lot of people don't use heat protectant, and I notice clients who will say like, "Oh, this front part of my hair is not growing. It's never grown my whole life. It's always, stays a certain length." Nobody's really using a heat protectant, and people don't know what products have a heat protectant in them. Like, Wow has a Dream Coat spray. Everyone thinks it has heat protectant in it. It doesn't. K18 leave-in molecule that everybody's obsessed with right now. It's a great product. It doesn't have a heat protectant in it. They came out with a spray heat protectant that's called Heat Bounce that is my favorite heat protectant, but a lot of people aren't using a heat protectant. They just think that their products are good enough, they must include it. And so their hair is slowly breaking and it might not look damaged, but it's just snapping off in places. I think even like the weight loss people who are losing hair, a lot of times hair loss is your hair not being strong enough. So you need to protect it every way you can. And I think everyone needs a heat protectant, even if all you do is blow dry your hair. That's like
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
everyone's missing it because nobody wants to use a lot in their hair, they want their routine to just be quick and
Mhm.
easy, and I would add a heat protectant no matter what.
Okay, so what's the number one heat protectant then?
So I like the K18 Heat Bounce, it's a newer one, but it heals your hair while it's protecting from heat, and it's up to 450 degrees, but it really is. I mean, I put it in my hair, blow dried my hair, went to bed, and then clipped in hair extensions and curled my hair, and I could smell the extensions being
Really?
damaged, which I don't really care about them because but my hair was fine, and the extensions, it had just, like, a little bit of, like, a overheated hair smell, so you can tell a difference. And
Yeah,
then just my clients who I got to switch to it, some of them have this back part that was broken on them for a while, and I've noticed their hair growing more because
mhm,
it's stronger.
yeah.
So I would
And I
definitely
do
say heat
think okay,
protection.
oh, here's another good question. How many days a week do you recommend somebody washes their hair?
So I was on the don't wash it very often thing, but then I hear from dermatologists that are like, you're just building up oils. You really can't wash your hair too much, that clean hair and clean scalp are going to be the healthiest option for you. So, I mean, I think A couple times a week is fine. I don't think it's necessary every day. I know people who wash it and blow dry it every day. But as long as you're treating your hair right, like if you are a damaged blonde,
Mhm.
I would not wash your hair every day because your poor little hair needs a break. But if
Right.
you've got thick, healthy hair and you're exercising every day and you're annoyed with the smell of sweat on you, wash your hair every day. You're not going to hurt yourself, you know?
Well, it's funny because I remember when I was a runner, I washed my hair every single day. Now I can wash I usually wash it twice a week is what I do, and I always feel so much better on hair wash days.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I just feel fresher and everything,
Mhm.
so but I've heard different things too. I mean, for forever, it seems like we were saying, "Oh, don't wash your hair, it's better for your hair if you don't wash it so often," and now the buildup and all the stuff, and so anyway, I just wanted
I
to.
wash my hair usually once a week, but like you're saying, I've noticed that that day I wash my hair, I feel so much better. And people will say, "Wow, what did you do?" I'm like, finally washed it. So I've been doing twice a week just so I feel
Yeah.
good.
I know, it's so funny, isn't it? Okay, anything else we should tell everybody? Let's tell everybody where you're located in Mountain Brook Village in
Okay, yeah. So
Birmingham,
I'm at Tribe
Alabama.
Hair. I'm on Canterbury Road in Mountain Brook Village.
If they wanna make an appointment, what's the best way to do it?
Text is amazing.
Is your
I
number
have Yeah, I have like on my Instagram, I might have my phone number. If I don't, I can add it. And then the salon number is also a cell phone. So like the
okay,
Google salon number, that can be texted too. I do call people back, but text is nice because I just am so busy at work that I can pull the phone up and respond immediately. A call might take a little bit longer to
right,
respond to. I look at my Instagram messages too, but text is always amazing.
and we'll link all that, we'll have all that in the show notes. Anything else you wanna leave us with that people should be thinking about when they're getting their hair done or thinking about a new something? I would say one of the things I would say is that you've got to work with your hair, not against your hair, and that's gonna make your life so much easier. The minute I started embracing my straight hair, it was my life was a lot easier. So,
Yeah, yeah, I try to make it just easy on everyone so
yeah,
nobody's working too
yeah.
hard, but I guess just realistic hair goals. But even if someone just has a question, I'm fine with them texting me. You know, "What should I do here?" Even if they're not coming to the salon, I'm always open to answer stuff for people.
You're so sweet. Yeah, I mean, y'all, she is so good, and she has great outfits, so you really need to be following her on
Yeah,
Instagram anyway. I love all of her outfits that she shares because she loves
yeah,
fashion.
shopping is probably my passion in life, so hair is just helping out with that passion.
There you go. I love that. That's good. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me today, Nicole. Hey,
Thank you.
guys, if this resonated with you, if you want to share this with somebody, be sure and do that and tag me and Nicole on Instagram. You're going to find all the things in the show notes. And if you're just listening to this, you probably should go watch it over on YouTube so that you can really see us there. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here, friend. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode, and keep choosing what makes you feel well and worthy.